Okay, would you please rise and be sworn? Do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Seated. Everybody knows the value of vaccinations, and every time you testify, you tell us how valuable they've been, and we already know that. We're not here to say that vaccinations aren't important. They're very important. They've given us the highest quality of life of any civilization in the history of mankind. That ain't what we're talking about. We're talking about why they're putting mercury in vaccinations and why it's never been tested since 1929 when Lilly developed it. Mr. Egan, has thimerosal ever been tested by our health agencies?
It's been only there were those early tests that you know of that were done by Lilly.
And when was that test done? That was done in 1929.
Yes. And
okay, well, let's follow up on that. In 1929, they tested this on 27 people that were dying of meningitis. All of those people died of meningitis, and so they said there was no correlation between their death and the mercury in the vaccines. That is the only test that's ever been done on thimerosal that I know of. Can you think of any other?
No, in people, no.
Okay,
except for accidental exposures, overexposure.
Okay, so we have mercury that's being put into people's bodies in the form of this preservative, and has been since the 30s, and it's never been tested by our health agencies. And yet, you folks come here and you testify that there's no conclusive evidence, and the IOM says they favor, get this, they don't say they're sure, they say they favor rejection of a causal relationship between mercury and autism and other neurological disorders. Mr. Egan, can you say to me right now that that amount of mercury being injected into a baby will not hurt it?
It's impossible to make those categorical statements of 100%.
That's right. That's what I wanted to say.
Scientific endeavor.
So it is possible that the amount of mercury that's being injected, even in trace amounts, could damage a child neurologically, right?
I don't think it has that capacity. No. I mean, that's, we can argue.
I know, but you don't think it is, but you can't say categorically, can you?
Do I have evidence for every single child, for every possible dose? The answer is no.
There you go. We've been after this now for 8 years. Now, progress is being made, but sometimes I feel like it's pulling a wisdom tooth where they get in your mouth with both feet and both hands and they're jerking that tooth out. I mean, it's just so hard to get it moving.